You are a battery. And what you're here to do is to go to war with your negative side. Your positive and negative side, which make up the battery, are constantly trying to see who can win. And it's your job to keep your positive energy and your higher level of being at maximum capacity while you're playing this game. Because if not, something else is eating away at that energy and using that positive energy to outsource it somewhere else using the negative energy. What is the negative energy? What is it that is in this realm that uses your energy to eat away at you and essentially keep you drained and keep you from having the will to continue to pursue forward in making yourself be a higher level being? One time, or not one time, but I had seen The Matrix, and maybe you've seen The Matrix. I referenced The Matrix a lot. And there's this dope thing that happens in The Matrix where Neo is waking up. And when he wakes up, he's in this pod. And he's seeing himself be in this pod. Go back. And he looks around and he's seeing all of these people in these pods. And when he looks out, he sees, all of the trees and layers and layers of buildings of people inside of their pods. And what he starts to realize is that, oh, we're being used for our energy. And something is taking the energy, the natural electricity that we create within ourselves and using it for their own purpose. And I'm not using it for my purpose, which is why he has to break out of it. What is it that you're trying to break out of? What is it that you're fighting? You're fighting against these, the 7 deadly sins. What are the 7 deadly sins? It's lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride. These 7 deadly sins operate in this realm, and they're here to be on the negative side of your battery that eat away at your positive side. And it's your job to defeat these because they're at war with each other. And the only way to keep your battery on the more positive side is to, one, recognize what is the main sin that you're fighting against. What is the deadly sin that you're fighting? Every one of us is fighting one or multiple of these or all of these. And as you get higher in the game and you get better at the game, less and less of these become your adversary. So what do we have to do to keep ourselves in that positive light? Constantly fighting these so that way we can always be in our higher level of consciousness, in our higher level of being. When you're operating in love, joy, reason, acceptance, it keeps that battery towards the positive side and it keeps it more full. So every day when you're fighting these deadly sins that are trying to steal your energy, you end up being left with more energy after defeating these things for positiveness, for positivitiness, for living in enlightenment and being at your higher self. But everything around you is here to steal that energy from you and take away from the battery that you are. And you should be the battery that is for good, should that be what you want to be. Some people don't want to be that. Some people want to live in the negative part. And we, you know, we need those people just as much as we need the positive people. But if you're on this channel, it's because you want to reach the higher level of being that you're trying to be. You are a 3%er who recognizes that 90% of people are unaware, 7% of the people don't care. You are the rest. So keep your battery full. Keep it at the highest capacity it could possibly be by defeating the 7 deadly sins, or what the Gnostics call how do you spell it? The archons. Powers created within the material world. They're often described as the jailers, imprisoning the divine spark within the human souls, and are viewed as maleficent forces. I'm sorry, I can't say the word right now. But in Gnosticism, they take it as the associated with the planets, right? So you got the 7 planets, and what are the 7 planets? The 7 deadly sins. These are the things that you're fighting against to keep you from being here. You don't want to stay here. You don't want to be jailed and imprisoned here in this game, in this realm. So make sure that you're keeping your battery full. And this is how you get to the point of being able to be as light as a feather and being able to take your soul out of here and get to the higher level of being and the higher level of living that your divine soul actually wants to be at. So keep these things in mind when you're in life, the things that you're battling and you're fighting. Remember that those things are here to eat and feed off of the positive divine energy that's within you, to give it life. But if you starve it and you don't give it life, then you give the positiveness in you life. And that's how you reach your enlightenment. So that's all I wanted to drop for today. Stay suave and stay stupid.